Hello there. As I promised that I'll come up with day two of the hearing, I'm back on day two to bring to you what really transpired on the day two of the public hearing. You remember, the committee is investigating alleged breaches occurred on the proposed sales of NIPP. You're on live to GTV Africa, live from our studio, and I'm back to you to bring to you exactly what happened on day two. Day two, you'll see, you'll hear another thing that happens in the committee led by Honorable James Faleke in the House of Rep, by the Committee on Finance investigating some alleged malpractices that occur in the sales of NIPP. Stay back and join and follow what's transpired. I'm Bemiga Olamikon here to do that for you because you are there, and that's why I'm here. Let's go and be part of what really transpired in the day two.
We go and carry out studies. There are processes. We carry out simulation so that we know the amount of power, we know the kind of power station they want to bring into the grid, we know at what voltage level is suitable for us to connect to the grid. So these are the processes. For the 5 NDPAC power stations, unfortunately this one was not done. Even though majority of them are already on the grid, it was not done. It is now we're trying to do that.
That is where I'm coming to, sir.
Yes, sir.
Let's use that word. The generating companies, we ought to have signed connecting agreement with them.
Yes, sir.
For the TCN ought to know the power and how to put it on the grid. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
We are laymen, we are not engineers. So although we have engineers here amongst us, but I'm not an engineer. So what you are saying is that those GENCOs are giving you power to transmit without a connecting agreement. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Because at that time, it is the same government. It is government to government.
Same government?
Yes, government. The same government that owned NDPAC that time. At the same time, they were doing in the best endeavor.
So can we then say that we have
should be around 2015.
Sir?
2015.
So, sir, 2015 to 2022. You don't think we ought to have corrected that and not just your chairs?
I'm on appointment by Mr. President. I'm no longer a TCN staff. I'm on political appointment.
Here, watch out. There's something that is coming up here.
Can you tell us those generation companies that you ought to have signed agreement with, which you have not signed?
Yes, sir.
The companies that you ought to have signed connecting agreement with that you have not signed?
Yes. The Benin Generation Company in Ihovo, Edo State. The Calabar Generation Company in Calabar, Cross River. The Geregu Generation Company in Geregu, in Kogi State.
Where this is as a result of
the GENCOs we are talking about,
we are having,
the 5 NDPAC
about
GENCOs we are talking about, is what we are referring to. Yes.
There are 2 generating companies in Benin. There are 2, in fact 3. The other one is trying to come up. So, but the one we are talking about now is the one that belongs to NDPAC, which is the Hover Generating Company, not the Asura own.
Okay, you read out the 5 that are waiting privatization, right?
Yes, sir. Sorry, can you allow me to see, Chairman?
How many megawatts is Azura supposed to generate according to their PPA?
450 megawatts.
Okay, so what are they generating?
Well, at times, most of the time they generate lower than that.
What?
Generation varies, sir. Generation varies. Generation depends.
You are the one evacuating that power now?
Yes.
Tell us. Give us the statistics. You should give us the documents.
No, I can, sir. Generation is a function of consumption. As we are here now,
how can
the capacity.
How can generation be a function of consumption?
Sir, if you allow me.
No, you are trying
if you allow me
No,
explain,
sir, please. Honorable colleagues, please, I just want you to guide us.
I want to guide you, sir.
But don't mislead us.
I can't mislead you, sir. It's not possible.
Okay.
If you allow me to explain what I meant by
generation cannot be a function of consumption. The issue is this. Azura, we have signed a PPA agreement with them. Yes or no, sir?
Yes.
For what capacity?
450.
Okay. And on that 450, we have an agreement of take or pay agreement.
Correct, sir.
So which means that whether they generate 450 or not, we must pay the money.
Correct, sir.
So I'm asking you, sir, what are show me the documents of your evacuation.
Evacuation.
Let your man bring it, show me. You only give us figures here. You need to educate us. So that we are all on the same page. As in kilowatt hours, so we want them to convert it to megawatts.
Kilowatts.
So that we can be on the same page.
Which is 1%. Why is it not just 1,000? If you divide it by 732, you are getting 2 megawatts.
It's 1,755,900 kilowatt hours. What is the megawatts?
Honorable Chairman, that figure there is mathematically, if the hedge, council's hedge, what you have is megawatt, but we put it this way because it is hourly metered.
Okay, can you rate that in the 450 megawatts?
Honorable Chairman, I want to explain here that MBET manages this PPA. MBET signed this.
No, sir. Don't worry about MBET.
Okay.
Don't worry about MBET.
So what I'm trying to say is that MBET is in the position to explain all this, but to give an explanation as much as we know it.
Yeah. They are highly technical about transmission company of Nigeria. You should know how megawatts run and how kilowatts in hour run.
We know.
Sir? And your generator part. Please, I beg. Don't push to it's not about embed here. Embed pays. Embed buy and pay. You evacuate the power.
Yeah, we do the
So
evacuation.
how many megawatts are you evacuating?
Okay, let me do explanation. What we have given to you here are the figures TCN has evacuated right from the inception in December 2017. That's when they commenced operation. So
in other words, you cannot tell me this 1,755,900, you cannot tell me how many megawatts it is. You don't know.
I know, Chairman, 1,755.9 megawatts. That is what it is. It is not any other.
When you sign agreement with 450 megawatts,
yes.
You sign agreement with 450 megawatts.
Yes.
You have to come to, excuse me, sir. You have to come to our level, and to Nigerians who are not electrical engineers. You have to come to our level. And you are speaking to Nigerians, not just us. You will sign agreements with Azura to generate 450 megawatts onto the grid, right?
Yes.
So now what the document before us says 1,755,900 in December 2017.
Yeah.
In December 2017.
Correct.
So is this the same? Are you telling us they generated like four times the agreement you signed?
No. this energy you see the period. During that test period, Azura's test energy was captured, metered in line with their PPA. And because it has to be paid for, so it has to be captured. So that's why you see those capacities there with what it is.
Yes, sir.
But the energy we are giving here is the 1,000. And that is what I want to explain.
Okay.
But you didn't allow me to learn.
Please explain, please.
Thank you very much, sir. What I was trying to explain is that in the power industry, it's vertically integrated. So from the power station to the transmission to the distribution level, everything has to be the same. So, and that's what I'm trying to explain, that the load, what is consumed, is what determines what is being generated. And let me give you an example, sir. If you have, let's say, a 50 kVA generator in your house, if you put it on, that generator has the capacity to give you 50 kVA as the power. But if you switch on only one AC, the power that is coming out of that generator at that time is not 50 kVA. It is the power that is being consumed by the AC, which can be just maybe 1 kVA or so. So it is the same thing. What is being generated by Azura varies. Even though they have the capacity of 450 megawatts, they can't even generate up to the maximum capacity. So most of the time it varies. It could be 200.
Come again, sir.
What they are generating varies.
Yes.
Even though their capacity is
450 megawatts.
They can be generating 100 now. Maybe there is much demand. Then they can increase it to 300. They can be generating 300 for 1 hour. Maybe there is a rainfall. Everything switch off. They have to come down. So it is not a kind of static something. That this is what they have to generate at every particular time. It varies. So what we measure is the energy that is coming out from their power station. And that is what the market operator is giving you, sir. So if you are looking at it in terms of 450, that one is not sacrosanct because it varies at every time. It depends on the condition of the grid and the load being demanded at every particular point, sir.
So why? Yes, you.
Average demand.
Sorry,
average consumption demand. That's what I meant.
Yeah, Mr. Ogu said the generation depends on the load. You didn't get him clearly. In Nigeria today, the load demand depends on what the distribution company takes at any time T. If you look at what is happening in our system today, you will discover that when somebody in Ikoyi is saying, oh, within this 1 week I have been having power continuously, somebody in Ajegule might be crying, for 1 week I have not gotten power, Now distribution companies are, yes, private companies. And being private companies, they try to play their games so that they will always be balancing. What do I mean by this? Sometimes you hear about the paying customers and non-paying customers.
Sir,
yes.
I think you did not understand my question.
I understood your question, madam.
Because what you are explaining to me is something that every single Nigerian on the street understands. I will repeat my question.
Okay.
Azura provides a service. It fluctuates. We understand that. But there is an average consumption demand of the people who use Azura's services. What is that average consumption demand?
Thank you, company in Nigeria. We have about 27 generators in Nigeria. I'm coming. These generation companies empty their output into what we call the grid. That's the pool. So Azura's energy doesn't have color. AFAM's generation.
Before evacuation.
Pardon?
Before evacuation.
Yes.
The quantity that is generated is recorded.
Yes.
So you can speak from there.
The average generation of Azura depends on the load demand, availability event, contingency of the grid. Yes.
Please, allow him to land,
Yeah.
and then we'll take the next question. Please.
See,
Let him, even if he's going to break his leg, allow him to land.
There's no particular customer demanding from Azura. That's what I want to say.
TCN, please, let's moderate the line of questioning and answers. You are TCN, Transmission Company of Nigeria. Your role is to evacuate power from a generation company. Yes or no?
Yes.
So, and before you evacuate power from a generation company, you ought to have signed a connecting agreement. Yes or no?
Yes.
In this instance, there is no connecting agreement between you and Azura. Is there any?
There is.
There is connecting agreement?
Yes.
Do you have it here?
No, we don't have it.
Okay. So, can you please send it to us? So, in that connecting agreement, sir, what is the capacity of power you are expecting from Azura?
450 megawatts.
Thank you, sir. So we are asking you, what is the power that Azura has been giving you? Simple, historically, in megawatts.
Yeah, that's what we have tabulated here and given to you. In December, cumulative generation is 1,755.9. The 450 megawatt is expected to be generated at any time T. If Azura is on, if you meter it, it should be giving you 450 megawatt. That's what it is, yes.
We are asking for historical information.
That is
not futuristic.
That is the historical information.
And I say convert it to megawatt for Nigerians to understand. We are paying $33 million for 450 megawatts.
Okay.
And I want to know, excuse me, sir,
Yeah.
we are in Nigeria now.
Yes.
And we are not fighting. We just want to know, are we getting value for money?
Okay, Chairman, I will.
Mr. Chairman, I think we should put them on hold.
No. Yes. I, Engineer Dr. Edmond AJ, Market Operator, Transmission Company of
Each
Nigeria.
time it gets to this, that indicates that
Hereby affirm
there are some information
that the evidence I shall give
which
at this hearing
shall be
the truth,
used against
the whole
whoever
truth,
is saying it.
and
This
nothing
will
but
go
the
for
truth.
EFCC, and that's why
So help me
I'm
God.
placing them on hold. Let's continue. This is
Victor
GTV.
Adewu of National Company of Nigeria. Hereby affirm that the evidences I shall give at this hearing shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
I must tell you that you are going to hear things that will shock you soon from these three gentlemen. Very soon, you will hear shocking things.
I, Obu Benedict, of CCN,
Are retired
Hereby
to the
affirm
job
hereby affirm
that the evidence I shall give
that the evidence I shall give
at this hearing
at this hearing
shall be the truth,
shall be the truth,
the whole truth,
the whole truth,
and nothing but the truth.
and nothing but the truth.
So help me God.
So help me God.
My name is Engineer Dr. Edmond AJ, presently the Market Operator TCN. I joined the service in 1996, April, precisely.
Engineer in what line? Civil or electrical?
Electrical. I started by becoming
So is megawatts or kilowatts, are they part of electrical studies?
yes, the lowest unit of energy is kilowatt hour.
Okay, so we can clearly say that you are in a position to know the difference between kilowatts and megawatts.
Yes, I do.
Okay, sir. Can you look at the document you presented to us and tell us 1,755.9, how many megawatts?
The first column there is 1,755.9, and the unit is in megawatt hour. So this is a cumulative energy during the test of Azura. That's why it is that low for the whole month. That's what it is.
So it is 1,755.9 megawatts.
Yes.
Is that so?
Yes.
As a
megawatt
hours.
Now, see, did you sign an agreement? This agreement is in megawatt hour.
So that one, sir, if you calculate it, you know.
Okay, we will have to send you away and ask your MD to come here, because you are not following us. You are not. Sir, I mean, I asked it's a very simple question.
It's a very simple question, sir.
Each time you are signing a connecting agreement,
yes.
Is it in megawatts hour?
No.
So it's in what, sir?
It's in megawatts.
So I'm asking you, sir.
Yes, sir.
How many megawatts have you taken from Azura? Did you take in 2017?
This one can be taken averagely, sir. If you convert it, that one will be about 2 megawatts.
That's what I'm asking you.
That's what we're asking. Convert it for us to know.
Okay.
The average.
Hello, sir.
That is the average.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hello, sir. Honorable colleagues, please. Hello, sir. TCN.
Yes, sir.
Here before us we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have both for the I mean, we will give one to the press. Grace, sir. Take a copy from them so that you understand what we are saying. Please give them a copy. Give the press a copy. This. Hello, sir. In 2017, if I understand what you said, okay, you are not listening to us.
I'm listening, sir.
The 1,755.9 is 2 megawatts.
2 megawatts, yes, sir.
And then that is energy exported.
Yes, sir.
What do you mean by energy exported?
Energy exported is energy.
Please, let's follow this thing, please. Please. I will allow you to ask follow-up questions. Let me just open the door and then you can understand why we are. So energy exported, that is from TCN. What you got from Azura is energy imported. Is that correct?
At times, they equally consume power from the grid. So energy they consume from the grid is energy imported by them. But what they push and generate to the grid is energy exported.
Okay, so in 2017, on this your document, you have 107.8. What is that in megawatts? That's the one they consume from the grid, is that correct?
That is what they consume from the grid.
What is that? How many megawatts is that?
Just a minute. 0.01 megawatts, yes.
Okay, for the purpose of our own education, sir, and the media that we give copies to, how many kilowatts makes a megawatt?
1,000.
So these details before us will just be divided by 1,000. Is that correct?
Yeah, we can divide by 1,000.
No.
For those one that
we are using the formula.
Yes, sir. For those one that kilowatt.
Hold on, sir. Your 1,755.9 divided by 1,000 will give us the megawatts. Is that correct?
Correct.
So your 2 kilowatts is not correct. It is 1.7. Is that correct?
Yes.
Or you are approximated to 2.
Something is going
That
to
is
be
the average for
exposed
the
to.
month.
Okay, it's 1.7.
Yes, sir.
Not 2 kilowatts.
Not 2 kilowatts.
So, did we?
I said approximately.
Goes with the approximation.
I said approximately.
So can we then say, sir, that MBET paid $33 million for 2 kilowatts?
No, sir.
2 megawatts?
No, sir.
Okay, what did they pay?
As explained earlier by the market operator,
Yes.
this one, their generator. For them to test run their generator, they need power from the grid to power their generators. And by the time their generators start running, that is when they start pushing power. As at that time, it is testing. So
Okay,
nobody
I understand.
Yes, sir.
The testing the mind. Which year can we say that we started paying?
Honorable Chairman, sir, please look at the column.
Use your mic.
Okay, please look at the column written 2008, 2018. That is the rail operation.
Okay.
It's month by month, so they have capacity. First column is capacity, second column is energy. So that capacity, month by month, up to December, you have a total of
No, let's start from January.
Okay.
Capacity, January.
Yeah. So that capacity is average for the month.
No, what is it?
So if
What's the figure? Read it out.
Okay. 3,968,990.
3,000
Yes.
divided by 1,000.
Yeah, if it's for 1 month.
Yes, I know.
If it's for 1 month.
I know.
You have to divide by 720.
Not 1,000.
Not 1,000.
At what point?
It's already in megawatts according to this chart. It's in megawatts.
Okay. Megawatt hour.
Megawatt hour.
This document is saying megawatts per hour.
The hour has cancelled. So let's forget that hour. Let's just say megawatts.
We cannot cancel it.
No, that's the way.
Hold on. Ignore the hour. Ignore the hour.
Because we take the load hourly.
Thank
That is
you.
the way we normally record it.
Thank you.
And that's
So-
why it's energy, not power.
Okay.
It's energy.
So, but if we are dealing with megawatt, we'll take 396 points. Is that correct? Or 3? Huh?
Yes, total power.
The engineers in olden days, engineers who cannot convert kilowatts to megawatts or give us straight answer to our questions.
They are trying to be very careful, sir.
The other man, they are trying to be very careful. So we will go home and get an engineering, an electrical contractor, and also ask them to come back here. Is that not better for us? For Nigerians to also understand us? For me, yes, sir. Okay.
Thank you, Chief Executive. I would want to put it to you, sir, that this document, you are confusing the House. If it is your document and we are arguing on it, whether it is megawatt or it is in kilowatt, an agreement has been signed on behalf of Nigerians in megawatts. Now you are presenting documents to the House in kilowatt, hour. We don't understand. So, Mr. Chairman, I would want to say, sir, that maybe these documents, they should represent why we expect the Chief Executive to come and explain to Nigerians why $333 million will be paid every month. And yet we are not getting results, we are not getting power. And that is the root of all the problems in Nigeria as of today. And I want to say, Mr. Chairman, sir, Mr. Chairman, before I stop, in developed countries, can we go into such an agreement? Can we, on behalf of Nigerians, without signing? Even while signing, we are not getting the power that is signed. I put it to you, you are traveling all over the country, all over the world.
Thank you. Well,
No,
I'm not running now. I just want to guide us. The issue of $33 million is just for one power company. Yes. So why I have interest and why the House has interest in this TCN is we have concession other power stations. I think every power station is the largest, right?
Yes.
How many megawatts? 1,200 and what? 1,320 megawatts. Every power station. And is it owned by government or private now?
Private.
It's private. Are we paying take or pay? Did we sign take or pay with them?
No.
Okay, see, this is where I'm going, sir. So if we have every power station that has the biggest, that generates the biggest into the national grid, 1,320. And we also have, which other one we have? The one concession, another power station.
We have a Transcorp.
Transcorp. How many megawatts, sir?
About
650 megawatts. Okay, and are we? Did we sign take or pay agreement with Transcorp?
No.
Thank you, sir. I'm sure we have others. So what we are trying to bring out is that what is so special about Azura? Not only that it's special, that just 2 or 3 people sat down and committed Nigeria to it. That will get there. Honorable colleagues, so with this, you can follow your questions. Thank you.
That I could not see possibly the first column here, why we should still be converting something that's already in megawatts to megawatts. It's already in megawatts. 1.755 is in megawatts. Why are we converting it again to 1.7 or 2? That was the question I was trying to look at the document. Very carefully look at the document. It's already in megawatts. Why is it converting to 1.7 or 2.0? So you are not confusing us. It's either you do not understand what you are explaining to the House, but we are not confused with what we have here. Except you tell us what you have written here, you made a mistake. It's a document.
There is no mistake, sir. This is a generator company. The generator company capacity is 450 megawatts. But you are seeing 1,700 and something here.
Megawatts.
In megawatts.
So why are you converting it to 1.7 megawatts again?
No.
That is my question.
No,
you told us here now.
No, you want me to reference it to the capacity of the power station. So which means what is coming out of that power station as at that time is 2 megawatts. But it is the cumulative energy they consume for that time. It is not, I'm not confusing you. Maybe you are the one that is not understanding it, sir. With due respect.
I know what is called cumulative. When you talk about
this roaming, whenever people come in here at an investigative hearing, I want to suggest that first they should adopt their documents so that we can hold them to account. What we have here, yes, they presented. What I mean is that they should adopt it as their own document so that when they now speak to the document and oral evidence is contradicting documents, we know that they can't run away from it. Because if this is investigative hearing, I mean, the presentation has been anything but elucidating. If there is anything, Mr. Chairman, I'm more confused than when I came in here. More confused now, because I really don't understand the language in which this presentation is denominated. So I fully support the idea that they have to go back, we take a look at what we're doing, so that we can have a more informed session when next week we come here. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And what they're giving us here is different from what Azuma has said it's going to do. So I would suggest that, like you rightly said, that they should prepare a new document that will have direct relationship between Azura and what they're supplying. Because if it's 450, then whatever we are bringing should have linkage.
It's 450, but what we are giving you is between 450.
It's between 450.
Can I put it this way, sir?
Okay, thank you.
Now we tender this, we submit this to consultant.
We'll do a proper analysis and get it back to us. And then,
There's no point arguing and arguing because you are getting us more confused. All right, Honorable Chair, may I move that you please put this session to an end so that we don't get more confused and get a consultant to look at this for us. What is the point?
That Mr. Is it Director, what is that? Mr. Adeumi, Engineer Adeumi, can you please adopt these documents as yours? The documents you have shared to us. Can you please make a statement to say these documents dated so and so, prepared by you, and they are from your office, and they are accurate? That's all we want.
Man in a better position to do it is the market operator. No, wait, sir. Because they are the one that administer the market. So they are on their own.
Okay, explain. Hold on, please. Explain what market operator is.
Administer the fund that is being generated in the whole power sector. So he decides what goes to TCN, he decides what goes to all the generating companies. So they are more or less independent. That is why that is what that independence in ISO. That is where they derive their name from. So
they are not being supervised by your office or by your
Full name, signature, and date.
What's your position, though?
At last, the man is asked to sign his document, and the document is going to be taken as evidence, and that is the one owner of the document. This is just in a bid to hold them responsible, accountable for every document submitted to the committee, and that's why the committee is taking this kind of steps. So tomorrow, nobody says the document is not mine. And this will help all the security agencies to be able to hold them accountable for these actions.
The minister, rather than coming to explain to Nigerians and to clarify issues. The document before us is dated 2017, 18 to 19. What about 2020, 21, 22? Market operator. Where is it, sir? Second, market operator. Please leave your phone alone. From this document before us, can you confirm if the 450 megawatts we signed with Azura has been produced and delivered to the grid on a monthly basis?
They produce in hour. Now, if you convert what they have been giving in the monthly basis, it has not been giving us exactly what was signed.
That's all I want, sir.
Yes, there are some justifications for that.
Really?
As well, yes.
Because, okay, can you also confirm that TCN has capacity to evacuate whatever, assuming they produce 450, you have capacity to evacuate 450?
Yes, we have been evacuating them whenever they produce. I think within the month they have been giving 450. During the time we have a low water, they have been taxing themselves to produce that, and the TCN have been evacuating them. Having signed evacuation agreements, TCN has been living up to its expectation in that regard.
You just made a statement now that they have been taxing themselves to produce 450. This document you gave us, there's no month that they have met 450, no months. You can refer us to a month where they met 450. Okay, so that they have not been producing up to 450 that was signed. And they have justification for not producing up to that. In that case, will you say, as a Nigerian, that they have violated the agreements we signed? Nigerian, will you say that they have violated the agreement? If I sign an agreement to give you 450 items, and I have been giving you 300 items, will you say I have violated or I have met that agreement?
I wouldn't say that because I am not the manager of that particular agreement.
But I say as a Nigerian.
As a Nigerian, I will find out the fact before I pass such a
Okay. Is earning salaries from taxpayers' money. What you are telling Nigerians generally is that from the position you hold and being paid by taxpayers, you are not representing Nigerians, and that office, that your seat is already in danger. That's what you are telling Nigerians, because you cannot take an informed decision when it is necessary to take decision on behalf of Nigerians. That's exactly what you have just exhibited.
It's not on the side of Nigeria.
Honorable Kalibana?
I just want to ask yeah. So it will be unfair for somebody who doesn't manage it to come out and say, yes, the generator has failed.
You are not the one. Hold on.
Even when you say they have failed to do it, somebody who is managing it has the
Who is the person? Who is the person managing it?
Embed manages all the contracts.
No, listen now. You don't understand. Why you are here before us was because not only Azura, by generating companies. That's why you are here before us. Embed was here on Friday, and they will still be here tomorrow or so. So it's not closed. We're only asking you from your own function as an evacuator of power, what power you have been evacuating from a 450 power generation company. We have not gone into other power generation companies. We've not gone to Transcorp, we've not gone to, like the one you said, was it Egbe, Sahara, all the rest, Olon Shogo. We just picked one, just one. And do you know why we are concerned, sir? We are concerned that Nigerians are willing to be to set up industries. They are willing to set up industries. I'm sure you have children who are graduates without job. I'm sure you have. Well, you have put them in TCN. So they are willing to set up industries, but there's no power. And there's no power, but yet we are paying huge sum of money. This is just the issue, nothing more. Not witch hunting, nothing. Nothing. It's not about TCN, it's about Nigeria. So all the questions I have for TCN, I have to reserve it until your MD is here. There are other vital questions that this committee will want to ask. But when the MD is seated, then we'll ask. Whatever position we find ourselves, we are just we are opportune amongst 200 million people. We are opportune. Today, you are an engineer since 1998, 1988. Okay, sorry, since 1996. And I'm sure 1996 till today, you know how many electrical engineers have graduated? I'm sure. But you are occupying that seat and you are not giving us the experience that you have. That long year is the experience that nobody can buy from the market. But you are trying to twist. You are trying to twist it. You can't twist it. So thank you. Honorable colleagues, we adjourn. Abi? Honorable Kuya, yes.
In one instance, they're saying that the GENCOs are not having the ability and the structure to generate sufficient energy. They are here again telling us that indeed the 450 Azura is supposed to generate. They are generating, and that no, they said they are not generating. All right. No. I'm saying that because they are talking from both sides of their mouth. In one instance, they're saying, okay, they are not generating. They have the capacity to evacuate. We don't know where the fault lies. I want to move that we adjourn this sitting until when we have correct information from TCN, because what they have furnished us right now
Thank you.
are not complete.
You've listened to the House, and I'm sure you are abreast with exactly what transpired in the committee. And to this, that is day 2 of the activities, and I'm sure now you know, and details are with you. Day 1 and day 2. Remain one. Day 3. Day 3 will come your way soon. Just watch out, and you see those people that are meant to be at the EFCC, those people that are supposed to leave the job and allow new engineers to take over. It's like they're tired of the job. The ideas are not with them again, but they are sitting down there. But the committee will continue to do the job, and we from GTV will bring this to your side, and you have knowledge of everything. Well, let's continue and watch out.